Hi, this is Holly with Presence Point and our new Shepherds in Action series. And I'm here with a good friend, longtime friend. We're
Yes,
good friends,
indeed.
right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
And we are here talking a little bit about what it's like to shepherd where he lives and works. So a couple of questions for you.
You bet.
Number one, where do you shepherd?
Well, I shepherd at Houchin Community Blood Bank. And it's kind of interesting that you bring up our friendship, because I would venture to say that you have been shepherding me for going on 18 years through a lot of trials and tribulations that I have been involved with, that you have helped me work through those difficult times while I'm trying to shepherd at Houchin Community Blood Bank, which has grown considerably over the years. So that's our friendship and how deep that goes. Not just the length of time in years, but what the friendship and what the shepherding has meant in between those years. Trials and tribulations, struggles that I had in my management style and my relationship with my sheep or staff, and how I came out of that, I would like to think, a better person and survived at least these 18 years. So
It's been fun.
Yeah,
It's been fun and crazy and wild.
It's been a ride, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a ride. So
But that's all
sweet
part of
you. Thank
shepherding,
you.
yeah.
So tell me, here, how many employees do you have here?
Well, we're roughly at in the mid to high 90s at this point. We at one point were exceeding over the hundreds, but we've had to shore that up a little bit and reduce the staff, and basically through attrition. We've not had any specific layoffs per se, but it's just kind of all a natural progression.
So now, how do you implement provision, protection, and presence? I know you did the 30-day Shepherd
Yes, I
Leadership
did,
Challenge.
yeah.
How do you implement those traits of a shepherd in your leadership style?
I think continually going back and reading that book, those 30 days, and reading my notes then, and constantly being reinforced. I think a large part of it is staying true to yourself and staying true to your own core beliefs and what you hold true. I think as far as an organization is concerned, I think every manager, every leader needs to establish parameters and rules. And within those parameters, people know that they are free to do what they will, as long as they don't push those boundaries and push those rules. And then I look at my job as helping them to stay within those boundaries, and reminding them and encouraging them not to move outside of those boundaries, because it potentially causes chaos.
Well, standards in your industry is
Right.
important, right? So providing standards otherwise, and then protecting that as well as them in that process, and being present
Right.
to help them live through that.
That's right. And I think that we in our industry are so highly regulated that these are non-negotiable standards. And I think the staff generally know that. My biggest challenge, in which I would challenge every leader of an organization or in this case, a shepherd of their flock, is to maintain continual patience and grace and forgiveness during that process, because that's hard. But I think the overwhelming thing is patience and maintaining consistency, and that gives your staff the security to know that they're living in a safe environment. Even though I look at staff people, at least their perceptions of me, in one of two ways. There are those who are my detractors and haters, and then there are those that are my supporters and likers. And so you have two sides. And I'm okay with those both sides. I mean, there are those that don't care for my style or my personality, and that's okay. But I think I would like to believe that there is a respect there, because I've provided them a safe environment, one that they can function freely in. They know the rules, they know the standards, and they know the expectations, versus being an absentee manager and not showing any presence at all, which I think translates into not caring.
Well, so I'm hearing you say is, all we like sheep tend to wander, right?
Right.
And some are right here close by. And,
Right.
And so it's a difficult balance that all shepherds have in
Right.
various work environments.
Right,
So,
exactly.
my next question is always, what's the word of encouragement? And you really gave us that.
Yeah.
When you said patience and grace and forgiveness, and remembering that we all struggle. We all
Yes,
fall
we do.
short, right?
And I think that's the main thing. Allow yourself the freedom to fail as well, because even in your shepherding and management style, if you don't give yourself the freedom to fail, then you're going to wind up very frustrated and being more damaging than you are productive. So I think giving yourself the personal grace to fail, knowing your weaknesses and being able to accept those and living through those. And I think that's a big part of it. Having patience and tolerance and understanding. And believe me, that's the most difficult thing to achieve, particularly during the time of crisis, or in a time of frustration, or in the time of not getting people to respond, and those are the times that you challenge the most. And I've experienced that even as recently as this morning.
This morning, there we go. And it's only like 9:15.
Exactly. No.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for time. And so let me just say, as you live into your calling, I hope these stories from real life, everyday shepherds of people are encouraging you to keep living into your calling, to keep thinking about provision, protection, and presence as you lead everywhere in your life each day. Thanks so much for joining us.